Hey beautiful people, welcome back to or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Tracy. Here on my channel, I share about how I've curated a soft, slow lifestyle as a Black woman and have done so for almost 2 decades without spending a boatload of money, having someone pay my way, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that works for you, if it floats your boat, you like it, I love it. Or quitting my job. I am still working. In other words, I have created a realistic, attainable, and intentional lifestyle. And if you're a sister who is ready to create and live an intentional, deliberate life of peace, ease, rest, joy, this is the place for you. I hope to see you in our Liberated Soul family community. Lately, I've really been thinking about joy more often than not. And it's probably because the world is a circus. But the type of joy that I've been thinking about isn't that big, dramatic type of joy, you know? It's the small things that we do every day that just makes life feel yummy-licious. And one of those things for me is something really simple. I get dressed for the day. Yeah, even when I'm not going anywhere, I get dressed for the day. Now, let me preface this by saying when I say I get dressed, I actually get dressed for the day. And I mean doing things such as I steam or press my clothes. I pick my clothes out with intention and deliberation based on how I'm feeling that day. I put on jewelry, not just everyday jewelry, my fancy jewelry. I wear perfume. I apply makeup. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends. And I'm usually going to be wearing a nice pair of jeans or slacks with a nice blouse or sweater, depending on the time of year, a skirt and blouse, or a dress. So this isn't just me putting on some leggings, a jogging suit, or even lounge wear, or even my pajamas. And y'all know I like fancy pajamas. It is very intentional. It is very deliberate for me. It is not by happenstance. If you enjoy leggings, pajamas, jogging pants, all of those things, and that brings you joy, honey, go ahead and do that for you. This is my way of doing things, and it brings me joy. So please know that there is no judgment. We don't judge over here. This is simply one of the ways I nurture my joy. All right? All right. Now, I've always been that girl, even as a little girl, who's been an independent thinker. Honey, probably too daggone independent if you ask my parents. I've always followed the beat of my own drum. So dressing how I want has never been an issue for me. Even as a teenager, I've always dressed how I want. So when I go out, run errands or whatever it may be, I'm going to be dressed up. I'm going to have my lips on. I'm probably going to wear heels. You just never know what you're going to get from me. Just know it's going to be nice, okay? It is not negotiable for me. But the reality is, people judge Black women. People stereotype us all the time. And there's often this expectation that we should adjust ourselves to make other people comfortable. I ain't never done that, and I'm never gonna do that. It just is what it is. However, there have been some times in my life when I have been bothered and I have been affected by it. The first time was when my youngest daughter was born. I was breastfeeding her. And when I went back to work when she was about 3 months old, my breast would become engorged even after pumping. So by the time it was time to go home, my breasts were huge. And instead of the men that I worked with simply seeing a mother feeding her baby or understanding that my breasts were engorged because of breastfeeding, they sexualized me. Now, I was only around 21 years old, and because of their gawking, because of how they sexualized me, I stopped breastfeeding my daughter. I just couldn't handle it. And that has always stayed with me, sadly. Another time, I was working in corporate America in a sales position, which you all know is usually male dominated. And I was wearing these amazing fire Jessica Simpson pumps at work with a nice outfit, looking great, okay? Just normal shoes that a woman would wear. And I overheard someone make a comment, and I was told someone made a comment that I looked like an exotic dancer. Really? But it is in moments like this that make something very, very clear to me. Some people are going to stereotype you, judge you, think however they want to think about you, no matter what you wear, what you do, what you say, how you, it just doesn't matter. And eventually, you come to realize that if people are going to judge you or stereotype you anyway, the most important thing that we need to be worried about is how we feel about ourselves. And y'all know I love me some me. Now, instead of dressing for the external world like I was taught, I extend that same love and energy into my home, even when I'm not going anywhere. I still get dressed. The difference is, it is for me, myself, and I. And, of course, my man. The beautiful thing is that when I do that, which is typically at least 4 to 5 times a week, it changes how I show up during the day. It lifts my mood, especially if I was not in a great mood. But typically I'm in a good mood, but it just makes me feel beautiful. It makes me feel soft. It makes me feel feminine. It makes me feel sometimes even a little sassy, you know what I'm saying? And most importantly, is it makes me feel great, amazing about myself. And here's the deeper part of this for me. Getting dressed for myself isn't really about the clothes. It's not. Now, don't get me wrong, I love me some clothes. But it's all about how I show up for myself, how I treat myself, and how I witness myself. When I take the time to press my clothes or steam them, put on my jewelry, spray my perfume, oil my body up and all the things, and get dressed, even when I'm just staying home, I'm sending a message to myself. I'm telling myself that I deserve care. I deserve effort. I deserve to feel good in my own presence. That's powerful. That's self-respect. It's also self-acceptance, because not dressing to impress anyone else, I'm accepting that I love what I'm doing for me. I'm not dressing to meet someone else's standards. I'm not dressing to make someone else comfortable. I'm simply showing up in a way that feels authentic to me. And over time, that builds an even higher level of self-esteem, because the way we treat ourselves becomes the way we see ourselves, and it also becomes the way that we require other people to treat us. And then something else happens. You start building self-trust. Yeah, self-trust. Because every time, every day that I keep that small promise to myself, I am telling myself, little Tracy, teenage Tracy, all the Tracys, that I can trust me, I can depend on me. And honestly, this is one of the ways my soft, slow lifestyle supports me. Because when your life isn't constantly rushed or chaotic or busy or always on go, you have the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, and the physical capacity for these kinds of rituals for yourself. You have the space to move intentionally, deliberately, authentically, to simply take care of yourself. To slow down enough to ask, what actually nourishes me? What actually nourishes me? Joy, softness, rest, and care, they are not luxuries. They are every human being's basic birthright. But we know Black people, and especially Black women, have never been seen as human within these systems that have been built on oppression, racism, patriarchy, and white toxicity, aka white narcissism, aka white supremacy. Our ancestors, particularly our enslaved ancestors, they had to develop these coping mechanisms just to survive the day. They had to endure another day, another month, another year. Self-sacrifice so that they could survive. They carried everything. And they also gave endlessly. Sadly, those are the strategies that helped them survive, and I am so grateful that they created those coping mechanisms. However, those coping mechanisms, they no longer serve us today. And in fact, they are slowly but surely killing us. And yeah, we have every right to be angry about that. Our anger is righteous. You know how they love to call us an angry Black woman. Yeah, we have every right to be angry. But here's the thing, reclaiming ourselves doesn't just happen in those quiet moments. It happens in the loud moments too. And I think we need to have more of those loud moments where we are reclaiming ourselves, because we have to choose ourselves first. And then we give from our overflow. We never give from our cup, because when we start giving from our cup, guess what? It starts to get empty real fast. So always we're giving from our overflow, because pouring from our cup, when it becomes depleted, it becomes an empty cup. And we've had enough of that. We're already living in that depletion. We're not going back. I'm not going back. Only from my overflow is what I'm giving to others. What many of us are doing now is unlearning those expectations of producing to prove our worth and our value, giving too much, over explaining all the things. We're reclaiming what has always been our birthright. The right to rest, the right to softness, the right to joy, the right to ease, the right to have peace. And for me, one of the small ways that I reclaim that every day is something so very simple. I get dressed for me, myself and I, and my man, even when I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, even when I'm just staying home. Because sometimes reclaiming your power doesn't look loud or dramatic. Sometimes it looks like choosing yourself again and again and again in both the quiet and the loud moments. And sometimes that reclamation begins with something as simple as deciding I matter too.